to taking the case even if they're not getting paid.
Yeah, so if we want to just threaten the guys at Verizon and just take it so far.
Are we okay with that?
Because the judge will say you're not allowed to withdraw, you brought them too far.
Yeah, you can't say, hey, the guy's not paying me, I want out, Your Honor. The judge will say, well, you shouldn't have fucking started then because you're staying till the end.
Now, that doesn't mean we can't help, but we got to figure out a way to do it without trapping an attorney.
Why don't we just put the pressure on radio?
No, we will. That I'm going to do.
You know, maybe.
Well, I'm going to return her an email though and tell her what's up.
I mean, maybe
but
we can.
The lawsuit is going to be the big deal.
We can make a little noise with Verizon.
I want to get some publicity, and I think the lawsuit would do that more than anything.
Okay. Okay, and then now I have the safe company's warranty back then and their warranty now. Do you want to readdress this on the air with the caller or drop it? You said you wanted to see this stuff.
No, I want to readdress this.
Do you want me to give him a call?
Yeah, because he doesn't have a leg to stand on with the warranty he had when he took it. And it wasn't even at his house.
Okay.
Although I don't think that matters to you. I need to see that one, the latest one.
This is the latest. This is the one he had. This isn't his exact one. They said this is what his would have looked like. He doesn't have his.
Right. This warranty did not exist.
This warranty did not exist. I don't know why Dad got it. Maybe you requested it.
No, because this is the one he sent us. Right?
Oh, no, I think she got it from Randall because you wanted to know what their warranty is like now compared to then. Are we going back?
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. Some guy or some woman, let me see, said, please don't spread misinformation. Stephen Dell emailed me, and he sent me to an article that says Obamacare is not collapsing, because I said, look, we're going to have to do something anyway. And almost everybody he asked says it's collapsing. He says it's not. And this was a study published by NBC News, and the date is July 10th, 2017, says insured profits are up this year in Obamacare's exchanges, according to a new report. Mark, according to this email, he sent me this link saying Obamacare is not collapsing. It's very healthy.
Oh, yeah, it's not collapsing. This is the one. I just read that email.
And Obama, hold on, it says that profits are up. Okay, that doesn't mean, so if people can't afford it, it's going to go away. But
the analysis, there's counties you're not going to have any coverage
by
next
the
year.
Nonpartisan Kaiser Family Foundation examined first quarter earnings. See, this is limited to earnings. I don't care about earnings. We're not talking about earnings for insurance companies. We're talking about the viability of Obamacare in and of itself. If we're criticizing the Republican plan because people won't be insured, the same thing will happen with Obamacare, with the rate increases and with insurance companies pulling out. But let's keep going. It just, okay, still, fully gauged individual, blah, 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 blah. It's talking about profits.
And it's a left-wing rag.
No, it's NBC News. What I'm saying is, a recent report of the Budget Office also predicted that Obamacare's exchanges would eventually become stable despite a significant hike in premiums last year and lower participation. It would eventually become stable. Okay, what does that mean? The Congressional Budget Office predicted Obamacare would become stable even though you have increased premiums and lower participation. That same Congressional Budget Office said we were not heading into a recession in 2007. Okay? So that's the same office saying that Obamacare is great. That doesn't mean insurance markets are out of the woods, however. This is the article again. In some states, insurers have submitted significant premium increases or pulled out entirely, leaving a handful of counties in danger of having no individual plans.
Okay, first of all, do you see who wrote this? I'm just asking.
Who wrote it?
Joanne Ostro. Guess what she does?
No, Mark.
She's a television critic.
Mark, NBC News. I'm reading Ben
It's a rag, Tom.
Mark, the article I'm reading is from NBC News. Benji Sarlin wrote it. I don't know what you're reading. Send me that link.
I'm reading something from an emailer. That's just
oh no, no, I'm reading this. I'm reading this article.
I'll go find you 50 articles that say it's failing.
The experts say the turmoil is due in part to ongoing uncertainty over how the White House will administer Obamacare. Okay, then it says, let's see. See, Mark, what I'm trying to do, if somebody sends me an article saying, you're saying it's collapsing and this article says it's not, I feel under an obligation to at least look at this article.
I'm saying it's collapsing.
Well,
My
I don't
God,
care what
who's
you're saying.
not saying it's collapsing? Whoever you're reading.
Mark, you're right. The majority of things I read and I looked at say it's failing. Common sense tells me it's failing. Profitability of an insurance company does not tell me it's a great plan. If anything, it tells me the opposite. Based on survey data, Gallup pegged the uninsured rate at 11%, still significantly lower than its peak of 18% right before Obamacare went into effect. So, listen to this. With all of this, we only went from 18% uninsured to 11.7%, almost 12%. So if you look at that, we've only increased the insured amount by 6%. Can you believe that? All of this, and we only increased the insured amount 6%. Holy crap.
Yeah,
now
I believe it.
Now that is eye-opening.
Here's New York Times, which is about as lefty as it gets, and the article's very recent. For the first time, 45 counties could have no insurer in the Obamacare marketplace. 35,000 people will have no option.
Well, okay.
If that's not collapsing, I don't know what is collapsing.
Right. I'm just trying to add some balance to this guy who emailed it. So thank you, Stephen, for the article. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So let's keep going here. Ray's got a comment. Let me just take Ray's comment on this. Go ahead, Ray.
Yes, I'm calling because, you know, the insurance thing, I'm already on Medicare and stuff, but it don't do you no good to have coverage if you can't afford to use it.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, your what do you call them, co-pays are outrageous. You know, we don't get that much money when you're retired, but you got to pay co-pay for the doctor, co-pay for medicines and stuff. Sometimes you can't, you know, I can't make it in, you know, in the month. I've got to skip doctors.
That's incredible if you think about it. He's on Medicaid, and because the co-pays are so high, it's like really, it's like you don't even have insurance.
It sure is.
Well, that's a good observation. That's all I can say. We got some open lines at 303-713-TALK.
Lewis, by the way. Lewis
Rick,
started in 1990.
Rick Lewis, okay.
Rick Lewis. So you started when?
In 81.
Well, here in Denver. Well, yeah. I guess it doesn't matter. Radio, though. Radio.
But it wasn't a continuous show before because I had, you know, I came to Denver. If you can't count my radio in other markets, I don't think, although I did the same thing.
I don't know why you couldn't count them. Why wouldn't you count? I mean, I'm trying to be logical. Why wouldn't you count them? If Rush Limbaugh moved to Texas, do you not count the show still?
That's true. That's true. Now, listen, we have a lot to talk about. Maria, I did not forget about you. Hold on, please. Stuart, go ahead. What's going on?
I just wanted to mention that I got back on Wednesday from South Korea. My wife and I both went there strictly just to get medical things done. We were both on Medicare.
Now, wait a minute. You went to South Korea to get medical stuff done?
Absolutely. There's so much competition with their hospitals there that prices are super cheap. Now, don't get me wrong, healthcare is still subsidized by the Korean government for their citizens there, but it works because the medical care itself is cheap. I had deep scaling done on my teeth, 2 cavities filled, and a colonoscopy. Total cost $500. My wife needed uterine fibroid surgery. Here, it's $10,000 to $20,000. She had it done there for $1,500.
Now wait, Stuart, this is amazing. Stuart, this is amazing.
Yeah.
You truly took a trip just to have stuff done in South Korea.
Well, yeah, my wife is still a South Korean citizen.
Okay, if she wasn't, Stuart, if 2 Americans now listening to you, like Mark and Suzanne, can they go over to South Korea?
Yes, they can. In fact, look up this. South Korea has just like medical trips. You can go get a full body checkup, plus your lodging, all your meals. They're going to do MRIs, CAT scans, all your blood work, $2,000.
Holy cow.
What was your impression? You obviously won't know the training level.
I walked into the dentist office. I was there for 30 minutes. I didn't even wait in line.
But what was your impression of the quality, the cleanliness, all of that?
Oh, better than America.
What? Were they nice to you?
Yeah.
Did they speak English?
Yes, especially if you go strictly just for they have medical programs that target foreigners, and I feel like their technology is better, and the service is definitely way better.
This is incredible information.
Yeah.
No, seriously, this is incredible. Incredible.
My wife and I were both on, what is it, Medicare? If you don't make enough money, right? For 2 years.
No, that's Medicaid.
Medicaid. Yes. So for 2 years, I've been going to the dentist here, trying to get my teeth fixed, and they can't even shape my cavities right. I've 5 returning trips, and my bite's not right. Additionally, they won't cover the deep scaling, which I've needed for 2 years. And I've bought a $1,500 plane ticket and spent $500 there, and I had stuff done that I've been putting off for years here because it's just too expensive.
Are there other countries doing this, do you think?
Mexico has a lot of cheap dentists right across the border.
But I wouldn't go there. Never.
But you'd go over near
I've
North
seen
Korea.
some of the clinics in Mexico. I don't know. That's why I was asking him. I didn't say I would go. What I said
don't think I
was,
would.
Here's what I did say. I would not go to Mexico because based on the clinics I did see, it scared me a little. Based on this, I asked, what was your impression? So I'm not saying I would do it anyway. I have pretty good insurance, but I just can't believe what you're telling me. You had a colonoscopy and descaling and filling, 2 fillings for $500. How much was the colonoscopy?
It was going to be $300, but they found 2
Now, you sure you didn't have to go? You didn't have to go to a Daewoo dealership for that, where they used
it was a
a
legit
boroscope
hospital.
they use on the cylinders? Okay.
No, it was legit. Yeah, like you go in there, like they check you in, and they make you change your clothes. You get like a locker and stuff. And
Really?
then,
No, you truly felt in a professional environment, seriously.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Stuart.
My wife has been here for 10 years, and she hates going to American doctors because she feels like the level of service
I would love
is very weak.
I would love for you to leave your contact information. Suzanne, I'd like to talk to him further if you get his contact information. I find it incredible. I'm going to take Maria next. I promise you, Maria, because we have a lot to talk about, and people really are clamoring to get on 303-713-TALK. I have to tell you about Pure Water. Pure Water is the place to go. Pure Water Choices. It's a simple name and a simple philosophy. Filter the water, clean it up. Free evaluations, that's the important thing. Al is the master plumber and owner. You'll love him. He's simple, down to earth, and he does not charge a ton of money for these systems. Now, they're not really like inexpensive, but they're great values no matter where you go. In fact, I'd rather go to Al because he'll tell you the truth about what you're getting. You can either do a carbon filter for gases, or you can do a media filter for other things. And there are trace chemicals in our water, even if it's cleaned by the city. If you want better water, either whole house or point of use, give him a call for a free evaluation of your system. 720-219-7818. He's a great guy. PureWaterChoices.com, 720-219-7818.
I just, there's never been anything that fucking bothered me so much.
Once again, it's the healthcare community, I think, that needs to be looked at.
I tell you, if you regulate someone and tell them how to operate, you can't blame them. I am a fucking firm believer in that. What are you talking about?
I have Clayton on. A little bit of a beef with you. He's the guy who had the problem with Colorado Window Source and their door. The ding in the door, that
He has a beef with me.
referral list member. Oh, I thought it was Mark, that it was you. But Mark was going to, apparently you were going to go look at the door with him
I wasn't
before
going to go
they
look
installed
at
it.
I wasn't going to go look at
I,
any door.
well, you remember, Dan.
I think you
remember.
No, I'm just kidding, Mark. I'm kidding about the door.
What do you remember about the
Why
door?
would I go look at the door?
Because he was like...
He had to go there, and he was going to take pictures if there was something wrong with the door. Didn't you say, wait, I want to look at this. I can't believe it or something. Hell no. Why would I say that?
How I
a lot of
remember
times you do that. They told me the door was perfect. The guy, did he go look at it or
How
not?
I remember the call was you left it like, go look at the door that they have prepared for you.
Yeah, at least
let
look
us
at
know.
it.
He said, no, I told Mark that I wanted a representative there with me when I looked at it. He
No,
said
I
he
don't
would,
remember that.
And,
Who's the representative?
And that he wanted a verification from the manufacturer warranty that the door was still covered. So he's on hold. Do you want me to bring him back up?
I don't care. Of course bring him up.
Okay.
The guy's a nutbag.
Yeah, but let's not attack him, but yeah.
I mean, they say the door's perfect. He won't even go look at it. I mean,
Yeah.
what else do you say?
That's how I remember it, too. And I wasn't going to tell you
Damn
that.
lefty.
He needs to go to Korea for that door.
He's a right-wing nut.
Well, a lot of it is also the suing.
I knew this was fucked up when I heard it. Jay just texted me, listen to this. I knew that guy was crazy. Well, he's not crazy. He runs probably a shitty business. Wow, 25% of his contracts cancel. We have less than 1%. When he said 25% of his contracts cancel, that's because they're doing exactly what they're doing. They're walking up and knocking on the door.
It's a salesman.
And they're saying, let me get up on your roof, sign here.
Yep.
Agree. Dirtbags.
That's a good statistic.
Nuts.
Statistic of this one.
Hi, I'm Dan. I think hospitals have to be forced to take anybody, but yet they should show their
Once
prices.
again, you're misrepresenting everything I'm saying.
No, I'm not.
Like I say, when you go to Korea and do that, someone has to do it because they're held as far as.
They don't tell the Korean dentist they have to do something.
Hold on, I want to hear him though. What? Go ahead.
Well, a lot of it is because we get lawsuits, right? The medicals here get lawsuits, whereas over there, I'll bet you they don't have.
No, the government controls that.
So here,
no,
that is
not in South Korea.
I don't know what, but I would say that is a big reason why the healthcare is like it is. It's just for liability.
Which would be, once again, you ready tort reform, it would be regulations. No matter what you say, it all comes down to we regulate the hospital. How do you set a price when you don't know what you have to do? They're forced to take patients for $0. Forced.
Well, over there, it's
any hospital. They cannot turn away a patient. So how do you tell a business you have to do shit for free? How do you? I just don't understand how when you regulate any industry, good, bad, or indifferent, how do you expect them to be able to be upfront with pricing and shit? They have no idea how much free shit they have to do in any given year to stay afloat.
I'll bet you they can say that. I bet you they can put that in there. But
and guess what? They make regulations make all the doctors, all the nurses to carry certain insurance.
Right. Exactly.
That's my whole point, though. Dan, it's all regulations.
They carry the insurance to protect themselves, right?
No, they're forced to carry it. They can't operate without it. You can't be a doctor or do surgery without insurance.
Social health insurance was introduced in '77 in Korea.
What's that, sir?
Social health insurance was introduced in 1977 in South Korea.
That's why they fly over there. She gets free insurance.
No. Oh, yeah. But he said anyone can do it. Not free, but.
It's crazy, though. If you really think about it, it's one of the most if you got rid of the regulations, you'd be fine.
I didn't think...
Just like fracking. So you get rid of the regulations, the oil will go down.
I'll guarantee you our fracking prices in the U.S. is cheaper than anywhere in the world.
And there's still regulations. You
know,
get rid of the regulations.
Anywhere in the world.
But what happens when you get rid of the regulations on anything? It gets cheaper.
It does, but you don't want to get rid of the regulations.
Okay, well...
You don't want to get rid of what?
Regulations on fracking.
No, of course not.
Hi, Tom Martino. Okay, I'm here to help you solve problems, answer questions, take complaints. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere. We're so happy to be here. We have a lot of spirited discussions coming up, I promise.
My goodness.
I love it. I love it. I think it's cool when we have everyone wanting to chime in and talk and have a good time. And all right, so we have Maria. Okay, Maria, I'm so sorry for the wait. What's happening, Maria?
Well, I'm having a big problem, and I sure wish you could help me with this. See, I bought a 2005 Chevy Silverado.
Okay.
3500.
2005 Silverado. Okay.
At Approval Auto Mart.
Where is this? Where is this?
In Fort Lupton.
Oh, Fort Lupton, okay. And it was called what?
It's called Approval Auto
Approval Auto, okay. And what went wrong?
Well, see, since I bought the truck, we got the truck We bought it on a Friday. We brought it home. On Saturday, we took it for a drive. In which the motor runs good and everything. But then when we got home, we tried to back it up into our yard, and the tires got locked because it was a four-wheel drive.
Okay.
So Saturday, I called the dealer and told him what the problem was. But there was no answer because they were closed at that time.
Okay.
So I called him Monday and told him what the problem was. So he sent a tow truck to come and take the truck.
That's nice. That's nice of him to do that, because technically he owed you nothing, okay, because it was as is. But, you know, we're talking about the very same weekend you bought it. Although, I got to tell you, he didn't have to. So he sent a tow truck, and then what?
And then he said that he was going to fix it. So he had it there for about a week.
He said he was going to fix it, right?
Yeah.
That's nice.
They never fixed anything.
What did they do?
I don't know. I guess they just put one of those rollers or something on it.
Wait, what do you mean one of those rollers? What does that mean?
Well, those that go on the tire.
You mean to tow it?
To move it?
No. They took it over there and they said that they were going to fix it.
Right, I know that, but they did not fix it.
No.
Okay, so did they call you and say we're not going to fix it?
No, no, no.
They didn't tell you? Okay.
I called them and see if the truck was ready, and they told me that it was ready the following day for me to go pick it up.
Okay, and then what did you do?
I went and picked it up back again because I live in Greeley. I went and picked it up. On the way back home.
So wait. So they did fix it in their mind. I mean, they did. They gave you the impression they fixed it.
Yes. Right.
Okay. Okay, I see. So they said, "Come pick it up. It's all ready." You came and got it, and what happened?
And when on the way back, the tire started shaking real bad. So I called them back again and told them, "Hey, something else is wrong with this truck. You need to." So he told me, bring it in. So we took it back into Lupton. We drove back. So they said that they had put the new things that go on the tires. I don't know what they're called.
Okay, then what? Then what?
Yes. And then I went and picked it up and did it in alignment.
Wait a minute. So this was the second time you picked it up?
That was the
But it sounds like they're fixing it.
I know, it sounds like they're trying. So, Maria, let me get this straight. The first time they fixed it, the second time you took it back, did they fix it?
They put some new parts on it.
Okay, so that was the first time, and then the second time, and then what?
And then the third time.
What happened on the third time?
They.
What was wrong with it? Why did you take it back?
They put those. I don't know what they're called, the ones that go on the tire.
Maria, I don't care about that. What I want to know, Maria, why did you take it back the third time?
Because I needed an alignment.
How do you know it needed an alignment?
Because they told me. No, because they told me the dealer was supposed to pay for the alignment, sir. So they told me okay, and then I called them and told them, hey, could I bring it back to Greeley, take it to Firestone, and get the alignment done there? He goes, yeah, and we'll go ahead and pay for it. So I have the statement where he did sign that he was going to pay for the alignment.
Okay, so you had it, so you didn't take it back to the dealer the third time, you took it to Firestone.
They probably didn't have an alignment rack.
No, I took it to the dealer, they did some work on it, then I brought it back, and because they told me that all he needed was an alignment.
Hold on. Here's what happened.
Is this the fourth time now? Yes, the first time was the locked up, but the second time the
locked up was for the first time.
Yeah.
The second time we took it in
for shaking.
Yes.
And then what?
The third time we took it in because it needed oh shucks. I don't even know what those damn things are called, but wait, let me ask.
Okay, so the third thing, I don't care, so they did something else. Then what was the fourth time for?
Okay, the fourth time, I went and picked it up because it needed an alignment.
Let me explain this real quick.
Took it to Firestone for the alignment.
The reason she did that is when they went back for the shaking, they probably did a control arm or ball joints, and you have to align the vehicle afterwards.
All right,
they had already put a ball joint on it.
I understand. That's why they had to have it aligned. So the fourth service call was to Firestone, right?
Yes, sir.
And what did Firestone do?
Well, Firestone did did some alignment on it, but then they told me that they couldn't do a complete alignment on the, I believe it's the passenger side.
Well, okay.
On the because something was wrong either with the frame or something was wrong with some
there was frame damage. Okay, there was frame damage. So now, so we have all these problems, which, by the way, you bought it as is. So what happened then after the frame damage? You found out there was frame damage. What happened?
Yes, I took it back to the dealer and I explained to him that.
Yes, and then what?
He got kind of upset and he said that no, that the man, because I even took him the
listen, Maria, what happened to the car on the 5th time?
He told me that his mechanic knew how to do the job.
Okay, so he said he was going to fix it.
Right.
Okay, then what happened?
And then I took it back and told him, Firestone asked me to bring it back and have.
Listen, Maria, you got to answer my question and stop going back in time. The 5th time you took it in for service, you said it had frame damage. The dealer said they could fix it. What happened to the car?
The car was, well, I left it there and I told him, go ahead and fix it or give me my money.
What happened to the car?
R&T has. He called a towing truck to remove the vehicle there.
How long was it? How long was it there?
Well, I believe that same day I left it there so he could check it.
For how long?
It was on the 26th that the truck came out. So
you think about it and you answer my questions when we come back, because there's a lot I need to ask you.
I'm going to get you your dental tools.
No. I'm telling you, this is terrible. We got to get to the end. We got to get to the story. By the way, speaking of cars, Flexident of Colorado, Flexident, the preferred way to get your car fixed. And I'm telling you, you will love the way Flexident does business. Here's what I love about Flexident. They don't disturb the finish of your car. If you don't have paint damage, you got to go to Flexident. Now, if you have some paint damage and some not, they can take care of the stuff that doesn't have paint damage, that's dents, dings, whatever you have, whether it's from hail or any other reason. They have multiple locations. They're taking appointments and can get you in as soon as early next week. 303-619-6273. They're top rated with the Better Business Bureau. They're on my referral list at referralist.com. 303-619-6273. FlexidentColorado.com.
Did you guys hear that lady cuss? Tim's in there having to check.
She did not cuss. Shucks.
Oh, she said shucks. Okay.
There's no way anyway.
Okay, because yeah.
Tell him I'll bet him lunch. She said shucks.
Yeah, absolutely shucks. I know Tom goes.
Well, I perked, but nobody panicked, so I was like, okay, but
there was always shucks.
And as I proved yesterday, I have the keenest ear of all. He's making fun of a disability, and I'm
filing suit against him.
I'm filing.
I'm filing a disability.
I don't know what I'm filing, but I'm filing.
As you should.
See if you can get one of those attorneys to sign on. They can't get rid of you.
So I've got all the stuff from what's her name too.
Why am I getting this? What is it?
The Ultimate Fighting.
UFC?
UFC kind of releases all the fighting stuff.
Amazon is twisting the knife. Did you see what they said they should be at right now? Boy, if you bought into Blue Apron, man, just shoot yourself in the fucking head. I bought into what? Blue Apron. They ship you food and you prepare it. They ship you a box and you can make gourmet food.
Amazon? No, Blue Apron.
Blue Apron. Oh. They had their IPO about 6 weeks ago. Shares opened up at $15 on the market. $15 share. They just got set at $2 because 2 weeks ago Amazon said, guess what business we're getting into? The gourmet food business. Blue Apron
Now that may go.
How will I was
He
do that?
He just doesn't understand.
No, grocery shopping is not going to
I
go.
know. Why isn't grocery shopping?
Because wouldn't you rather just go to the grocery store and shop?
Or have it delivered to your house.
I wouldn't.
See,
If I can actually see online,
You know why? He hangs out by the freezer section looking at
I will
the
tell you this,
nipples.
Dan, the shopping experience is important because I want to see the sections, but if I can look up stuff and I see a photo of it, because you still want to see the association, but why wouldn't I? A virtual shopping aisle? Shit, I'd fill up my cart and have it delivered.
That's my thought.
I wouldn't do it with, but I wouldn't do it with Whole Foods, no. I'd want to see a King Soopers or something. That's what I want to do. I love online shopping.
I do too.
Now,
but not for
the
food.
downside, I love it for anything. Why not food? Why do you make that distinction?
Because I guess I go through
think
there
it's weird, too.
and just pick stuff
trying
out
to
as I
pick
get
up
hungry.
fries.
Now, fresh produce, of course.
Of course, the meats and stuff.
He likes the interaction with the checkers.
What part of that experience do you enjoy?
No shit.
The part where you got to get a shitty cart that does
No,
this?
I don't. I hate that. I hate that.
What part of the grocery store experience?
Because I guess
The part where they try to sell you the Denver Post when you walk in?
I don't know why they bought Whole Foods, though. That's the part. I
Distance
I
for
agree.
distribution.
Yeah, but Mark, they could have bought another chain better.
Yeah, but we don't. No. I'm sure that they're not dumb. They looked at who owns property, what leases, locations. It made geographic sense.
What was
somewhere.
What was that big store that threatened everyone years ago and never did? Cubs? Was it Cubby or?
Cubs was a grocery chain.
Yeah. What happened to it?
They went out of business.
Now Trader Joe's. That's kind of.
That's a niche. Hey, they're huge in Arizona.
They're mainly what? Prepared foods like.
No, Trader Joe's is
they got cheaper wine and
shit.
stuff.
$2 Chuck, man.
Yeah.
They own the winery. $2 Chuck, $2 bottle of wine. It might be
so
$3.
it is a niche. It is one of those,
They're pretty cheap actually,
they
but
got a
not.
little bit of everything.
They suck here because they can't get liquor licenses and shit here. At least not yet. Soon. $2 Chuck will be here.
And they're not as big as a grocery store.
And the nail would be put in all these damn little grocery stores that have been ripping people off for years.
I don't know.
I know that, man. One of the happiest days of my life is in Parker, when that Parker, was it the Parker Pantry or whatever it was that went under?
Parker Payless.
No, it wasn't Parker Pantry. That was on Main Street, I think. It was the grocery store up on the hill. Parker Hardware went there, then they went out of business, and then
I know what you're talking about.
Parker Hardware did the same thing, ripped people off, and so did this grocery store. When we were the only place in town, when a storm was coming and they raised the prices of your goddamn milk, I mean, that's just, it was Hills Market, I think. Hills Market, I think.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Maria, we got to get to the point here, okay? You had a car, basically. Let's just say you had multiple troubles with your Chevy Silverado. Multiple problems, okay? Finally, you left it at the dealer, and the dealer had it towed away. This is what I want to know, Maria. Did the dealer ask you, before they had it towed away, did they say, you better come and get your truck?
I told him that I would pick it up as soon as he would check it and then for him to call me, and he never did.
Okay, when did you say you would pick it up?
As soon as he took it to that body shop and see if it was the frame. If
okay, but what if they didn't? What if they didn't want to do that? Did they say no? We're not going to do that.
No, he didn't say that.
Okay, so they had it towed away to where?
To T&R Towing.
T&R.
Yes.
Okay, like Tony and Robert, T&R. Right. Okay, and so did you go to try to get your truck?
I called them yesterday because I didn't know where the truck was
Okay,
at.
and what did they say?
Well, he told me that if I had a registration or a title for the vehicle, that was the only person that he could release the truck
to. Of course. So where is your paperwork when you bought the car? Or the truck?
I told him that's all I have, but he said that the truck was registered. That the truck was not registered under my name. It was registered to somebody in Texas.
Okay. Now, usually the dealer takes title when they take the car. the truck,
Right.
and then they transfer it to you.
I think that's by law.
It should not be registered to anyone. So, Suzanne, after this very, very long story, she does have a legit problem here,
Right.
because even if it is crapped up and she has to get it fixed, how much did you pay for it?
20,000. Wait, hold on.
What?
20,000, 12.93. That's what he charged me for.
I don't know if that's bad or not, though.
Wait a minute. Did you pay that in full?
No, I'm paying it through the bank, but I already got to the bank and told them what was going on.
Now, 20,000, 12.93 doesn't make sense to me. Let's just say 20,000. Is it 20,000?
And $12.93.
Okay, I get it. So 20 grand. Listen. You got to get your money. This is terrible. This dealer has to be bonded, and if they can't deliver title, this is a problem. We got to get your truck back.
The dealer board doesn't mess around. I don't think they're really technically supposed to sell that. No. Without having that title in hand.
They have to own that, and it has to be, they can't skip title. Suzanne, skip title. These are words you use. Approval auto. Maybe, Dan, you should call approval auto. It's not, Suzanne, I know you're busy. It's not that I don't think you can. They sold this to her direct from this other owner. It's still registered. She can't get it back. What the hell are they going to do? They have 20 grand of her money. They got to do something. This is a serious problem, Maria. You hold on, okay, dear?
Sure.
Now, by the way, you did everything wrong. Everything. The way you did it, okay? Because you didn't have the truck checked out. You bought it without checking it. You would have found out all of this damage, okay? And really, you did a lot of bad things. But that doesn't mean you should be ripped off for 20 grand. So you hold on, all right?
All right, thank you.
All right. Maria, out of curiosity, just out of curiosity, you don't sound like a typical listener. I just want to know, how did you find out about my show?
I called the lawyer here in Greeley, Leanne.
Okay.
Or something like that. She was the one that told me to get with you, and probably you could help me with this.
Well, that's very, very nice. Thank you. Okay. That's very nice. Attorney's recommending us. Richard, you have a comment? Go ahead, Richard.
Yeah, Tom, you know, I lived in Bangkok, Thailand for 20 years, and all that low-cost medical stuff, it's real, brother.
Really?
Oh,
like,
totally.
What did you have done there, for example, or what do you know about?
Well, they have, as the caller said, they have kind of like medical tourism. So the hospital will arrange a car to meet you at the airport. They'll arrange a hotel close by for your family, and you can have your procedures done. And then you can go sightseeing. So you combine a little bit of tourism with a little bit of medical treatment.
But how are the doctors?
They're wonderful. My doctor was a college professor, and he had done an internship at Harvard. So they're really world-class doctors, world-class hospitals.
That's incredible.
And I told Suzanne they probably charge about 1/10 of what they charge in the States.
All right, that is incredible again. Really, medical tourism, something people may want to Google. We have a lot more to talk about. Let's find out what this dealer says about Maria's truck. And we have a lot more. Stick around on the Troubleshooter Show. Hi, I'm Consumer.
It's 30 days. Well,
It's $3.
here's the problem. They might actually have the title. That would mean they skip title, though. They can't do that either. That would even be more interesting if they skip title, honestly.
Take care of that credit card debt. It's compounded daily, financed at high rates. You could be saving well over $1,000 a month. And remember, we're not going to have you stretch your debt out over 30 years. If you apply a portion of that savings back towards your home loan, you're going to be completely debt-free, mortgage and all, sooner rather than later. How do we get started? You can call us at 303-867-7000 or apply online at idealhomeloans.com. Call now 303-867-7000.
Hey, text me, Bob, the car guy's number.
Ideal Home Loans is regulated by the Division of Real Estate, NMLS number 136756. Call 303-867-7000. Example based on $250,000 loan amount, 32% DTI, 740 credit score, owner-occupied financing, 80% loan to value.
IdealHomeLoans.com. This is Denver's Talk Station. More with Martino after the news on 630 KNOW and iHeart Radio Station, KHOW, Denver.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. The president says he's very disappointed about the failure in the Senate to win consensus on a GOP health care plan.
For 7 years I've been hearing repeal and replace from Congress, and I've been hearing it loud and strong, and then when we finally get a chance to repeal and replace, they don't take advantage of it.
The Senate Majority Leader now trying for a bill which focuses on first repealing Obamacare before looking for a replacement. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer warning.
Millions would lose coverage. Coverage for millions more would be diminished. Our healthcare system would be in such a deep hole.
I put Bob White's number in your IM.
And in Ohio, a prosecutor deciding to drop the case against a white officer in the shooting of an unarmed black driver after 2 previous hung juries. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Skyport is brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Mostly sunny and hot today with a high of 97. Tonight partly cloudy and a low of 65. Tomorrow mostly sunny and again a high in the mid-90s. For Thursday, partly sunny with a high of 92.
From weekend getaways to road trips, this summer you should worry about where your car will take you. Not about your car insurance. With Liberty Mutual, you're covered. You can leave worry behind when Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
iHeartRadio has all of your favorite talk shows and all of your stations all for free. iHeartRadio makes it so that I'm always with you, right in your pocket. I know that's weird, but you know what? Do it anyway. Take 630 KHOW with you wherever you go and never miss the Michael Brown Show. iHeartRadio keeps you connected to KHOW so you never miss a thing. Plus, if you want variety, you can check out thousands of the best radio stations from all across the country. Listen to iHeartRadio.com or download the free iHeartRadio app now.
Champions offered everything I wanted in a window.
Experience what others are raving about with Champion Windows and Home Exteriors. Improve your home's appearance with new windows, siding, or sunroom. And now, during Champion's Summer of Savings Sale, you'll pay no interest or payments till 2019. Every American-made Champion window is installed using expert craftsmen and features Champion's exclusive Comfort 365 glass. And Champion's limited lifetime warranty covers the frame, glass, hardware, and even installation. That's why I endorse Champion. Right now, get $250 off every Champion window and pay no interest or payments till 2019. Hot summer temperatures and high energy bills are right around the corner. Don't miss Champion's Summer of Savings going on now. Schedule today for your free in-home estimate at getchampion.com. That's getchampion.com.
This is the Troubleshooter Show.
Jesus Christ.
Now, Tom Martino on 630 KHOW.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. Got to turn that light off. Okay, 303-713-8255.
Okay, we have a lot to talk about here on the show. The longest running radio show with the same host, and we are fighting for you on the air. If you're new to Colorado, welcome. If you're not, and spread the word to those new so they know where to come for help. That one woman you heard the other hour, she was referred by an attorney in Greeley. They probably thought, listen, we can't help this woman. It's going to cost too much money. This poor woman, we need that. I tell you, we got a big problem there. We're going to follow that up. A big problem. They sold a car they don't own, and they didn't register it to her, and it was towed, and the towing company won't give it back. We have a lot of story on that. Okay, now, we got more to talk about as well, so hang on. Joel, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Joel, what is happening, sir?
Hey, good afternoon, Tom.
What's happening, man?
Show.
Yes.
Hey, I'm considering surrendering a vehicle of mine. It's financed, 2015 SUV, but I'm just very upside down.
Oh, when you say surrendering, Joel, you mean just giving it back?
Yes, sir. Not paying it. It's just too hard on my family right now.
That's called a voluntary repossession.
Yes, sir. Yes, and so I want to do that now because I mean I can't do the Dave Ramsey approach of eat rice and beans and take your kids out of sports and activities so you can make ends meet. But
no, Dave Ramsey, I understand he has a very logical approach that will work if you can do it. I disagree in some areas where he says no credit at all, and I believe in the smart use of credit because it's a tool like anything else. However, I also, you know, what he's saying is, you know, you're going to have to pay the price for this thing, and it's going to take a long time. And I don't think that's necessarily true either. I think that there's a little bit of balance all over. And I've always said to people, if you've made a stupid mistake, the laws of this country afford you an opportunity to make it right. And everything is predicated on that. The economy actually is, the reason they did it is to keep the economy buzzing without fear of life sentencing for debt, truly, because people would never take the risk they do to fuel the economy. And I don't want to get into the individual aspects of it, but anyway, let's talk about you right now. How upside down are you?
At least $10,000 to $12,000, and that happened because I had
you had negative equity.
That, and I traded in another vehicle that was.
That's what I mean.
I couldn't afford.
That's what I mean.
Well, yeah, exactly.
It's just a snowball.
The vehicle was broken.
It's a snowball.
It needed repairs.
What is?
I'm sorry.
What is the vehicle?
Nissan Armada.
Okay, now, how much do you owe?
A little over $37,000, and the payments are $670 a month.
Now, is it the payment you can't afford, or the idea you're upside down?
No, it's a payment I can't afford. I mean, like where I'm having to forego, like I said, extracurricular activities for my children, and instead of letting the whole family suffer over this vehicle. That's
what year is it?
I've already made the decision. Like,
what year is it?
Just to release it. 2015.
What is it? What other debt do you have, by the way?
I do have a personal loan and some credit card debts, but I used that personal loan to pay down the credit card debts because the interest was so high. So,
how much is your personal loan?
$18,000.
From who?
SoFi.
And you got that unsecured?
Correct, yes, sir.
What's your credit card debt right now?
Well, I paid it off with that SoFi loan, so it was about $18,000. It's a little bit less than $18,000.
I'm shocked that they did that for you without any security.
Me too. Me too. And so the interest rate on those credit cards, that was 25.
What's the interest on? What's the interest on this?
On the SoFi, it's 10.8%, I believe.
What is the do you own a home?
I do, yes, sir.
Do you have equity?
I do, yeah. I owe about $250 on the house, but I think in the market right now, it's probably worth close to $300.
Okay, so you're protected if you had to do a bankruptcy. Your equity is protected.
And he's given up the vehicle already, at least that one.
Have you thought about trying to settle your car debt instead of just handing it back and telling them that you're $18,000 in debt there, you're willing to take out an equity loan to pay off the car if you can get it at a reduced value? Because that would be, are you going to need another vehicle or not?
Well, exactly. So here's where I am right now. I use that SoFi loan to pay, 2 credit cards off, and then the majority of another credit card. But I still have about $8,000 in my bank account because my plan is to not pay this Nissan Armada I have, and then buy another vehicle just outright with that money, because
you won't get much of a vehicle for 8, but you'll get something. And
yeah,
it's not a bad plan, but you understand that the car is worth what?
It's probably worth private party 27 maybe.
Okay,
26.
so the 10,000. Here's what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking. If you went to this place and said, look, you either refinance the Armada, or what you do is you sell it and pay, and then ask SoFi or whoever they are if they can increase your loan a bit, and you're getting rid of a lot of debt. If they can increase it to pay off the rest of the negative on that truck, then your credit is not ruined, and you take the $8,000 to buy another vehicle. That would be the best. Then you have no bankruptcy, you have nothing. Otherwise, you will need a bankruptcy. There's no two ways about it. And the bankruptcy will take that $8,000 from you unless you buy a vehicle first with it. and then the vehicle will be excluded unless you have too much equity in it.
Is the credit cards, can you use them still, or are they closed?
I know I can still use them, yes. I didn't...
Why, Mark? Why, Mark? What were you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking maybe...
What?
I'm thinking maybe he pays off the vehicle with the credit cards. He pays off this truck with the credit cards, a negative equity. Okay?
You mean the negative part of it?
The negative part.
Like maybe 10,000. Okay.
Okay. Or, no, you pay as much as you can on the credit cards. And then a few months from now, maybe he goes bankrupt. Unsecured debt's gone. The vehicle will fall under the exemption amount because there still needs to be a little bit owed on it.
Oh, my goodness. He'd actually get to keep the car and make his payments. But
and the unsecured debt would all go away.
All other debt is gone.
But would I still be stuck with a $670 car payment?
Yeah, but you'd have no other debt. You'd have no other debt. You'd have no other debt.
That other loan you're paying on right now would be gone. Your credit card debt would be gone.
I see what you're saying.
And then the second after he files, he could sell the truck and get a cheaper vehicle if he wanted.
Now, listen. He's saying what he might do. We're not giving you the advice to do it.
This is not legal advice by any stretch.
If this was Mark is saying that I would take the credit card.
I'm saying I'd think about it.
And I'd pay down that truck as much as possible, or refinance it and pay it down. Just refinance it and pay it down, and then with the credit cards. And then once it's paid down, you have a payment to what you can afford, and then you go bankrupt, and all the credit card debt and the unsecured debt goes away, and you have a truck loan, and you keep the truck because you have no equity in it.
And you keep your house.
And you keep your house. And you keep everything. Otherwise...
In 2 years from now, you can get credit cards and...
but you don't want to do that. You want to learn. You want to, you maybe get...
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to be in the spot again. Let me ask you another question. So in this...
What's your income, sir? What's your income?
Roughly about $65 a year.
Okay, and by the way, for those listening, I just want to say something, because I know I'm going to hear from both sides. There are people out there trying to strategize, what would I do in this situation? And others saying, pay the bill no matter what. And I'm going to tell you, you're both wrong. So there's some balance in between. People, I believe, that make mistakes don't necessarily need a life sentence. That's what I've always said. Now, they do it over and over. If they're doing it just to cheat, that's a whole different story. I'm not even getting into that. Okay, so you can strategize, but here's what you do. If you buy a vehicle now with the 8, and you turn back that truck and say, bye, they're going to come after you for it, okay? At such time they come after you, you're going to have a judgment probably of 15 to 18 grand when you all said and done for selling at an auction and all the costs associated. So you're going to probably have an $18,000 judgment. What are you going to do?
Okay, so if that judgment comes, would they settle for less, or
maybe
do I file bankruptcy then?
There you have the choice. They may settle for less. What would you be willing? What you'd have to take out a loan on your house? Can you get a loan on your house? If you pay everything off, you actually should be fine, but you'll have a judgment. You're not going to be able to get a second on your house. The way to do it is to get a second on your house now when you're in good condition, but you may not. What's your income?
Like about 65, and I don't know my loan to value. I just heard that commercial for your.
I don't think you're going to be able to get a loan.
I don't think you'll be able to get a loan. So you'd have to either settle on that $18,000 or less judgment, or you'd have to do a bankruptcy at that time.
And I'd argue that that judgment it could actually be worse than a bankruptcy.
You could do a Chapter 13 right now. You could buy a vehicle right now and then do no, not buy a vehicle. You can do a Chapter 13 right now. And listen to this. If you did a Chapter 13, your car loan would be brought down. Okay? We can talk to an attorney if you want right now about it. Your loan would be written down to the value of the vehicle. And you'd owe that much less on your vehicle. So,
okay, would I still keep the house? I mean, or would I be forced to sell the house?
You'd keep everything, and you'd make payments based on your income. Hold on a second. We'll try to get an attorney, but I have to take other calls in between. If you have the patience to hold, we'll do that. That's what we say. We recover millions of dollars in cash, merchandise, exchanges, refunds, and services. That's one of our services.
He needs to apply that unsecured debt to the debt people can go after, and then do the bankruptcy. Any other, he's still going to end up in a crappy position.
But Mark, a Chapter 13 may be the answer for this guy because he gets to keep that truck. And he doesn't have to have, I mean, and he gets to pay on debt.
But you still take better. You still take the cash, and you still take, well, the unsecured debt doesn't matter
at this point. You don't have to pay it down. So hang on, and we'll talk about that. Let's get Wink and Wink on if we can. It's really important. 303-713-8255. And you know what, Suzanne? If they can't come on today, then we bring them on tomorrow with this guy because it's that important. We should take the time to help him strategize correctly. Okay, because that's important. All right, right now, another important thing is Ideal Home Loans for your next Ideal Home Loan. If you're looking for a home loan right now, we've heard about the interest rate market. People don't know what's going on. What I'm telling you is you don't have to know what's going on when it comes to Ideal Home Loans. All you have to do is go to Ideal, and they will get you in a better situation because they will give you an interest rate guarantee. So no matter what the interest rate is now, if it goes down, you're not going to get hurt. The other thing they'll do is credit optimization. They will tweak your credit, even though you're approved. Most companies stop there. They don't. They go on to what's called credit optimization. That means that they take your situation. You may pay down a credit card here, move a balance there. It's all legal. It's all ethical. And that gets you even better back-end pricing, lower fees, and you end up saving money there too. Plus they have pick your own term loan if you want the lower rate but you don't want to go back to 30 years, you don't have to. Whether it's a home equity loan, whether it's a primary loan, whether you're buying a home or refinancing, 303-867-7000, 867-7000, idealhomeloans.com.
This report is brought
to you by seeing the typical delays downtown, southbound I-25.
Did he say how old he was, Tom?
Traveling down towards 6th Avenue, northbound slow.
Why is that?
I just don't understand why these people
get into
this and stuff. And $65,000 is not a whole lot of money, but he's got $250,000. He probably has his
Wink and Wink's in tomorrow, so I'm going to call him tomorrow.
Oh, God, that's perfect.
That's what I thought too.
You got a good line.
Yeah.
And why they buy such an expensive car. And anyway, I guess everybody's got their own story.
You're right.
Can I get this paperwork from ASAP? I'm going to call this guy. He was going to call Excel.
Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center has changed my life, especially when it comes to hearing. You know,
I had a hearing loss, and it was so gradual I didn't even notice it. And when I put on these hearing aids, and if you're watching on social media, you can actually see them. They're so tiny. When I put them on, it just opens up the world to me. It's amazing. And the tinnitus goes away because they have masking devices inside. They also have, of course, other tinnitus treatment, pioneering all of the latest treatments because Dr. Patty and Dr. Lisa are dedicated. In fact, Dr. Lisa has hearing problems of her own that she talks about at the seminars they have. Helpforringing.com is their website, or you can call them for a complete evaluation and free test drives with no obligation for not only hearing devices or hearing aids, as they say, but the Syncra tinnitus treatment. Unbelievable that they let you try these out. 303-534-0163. Take the risk out of shopping. Also, put some joy in your life. 303-534-0163.
If you're getting older and concerned about any of the following, stay
tuned for a free bottle offer. Do you worry about maintaining your brain?
For Maria in that Silverado.
Oh my God!
I called them up. They said I talked to Cody there.
This isn't going to go away.
Right. He says that they signed a confidentiality agreement when they did. I said, I can't talk to you on the radio. I can't talk to you about this at all. So she says, have her come in and talk to Cody. So that's if you want to update that on the radio, go.
Where's the woman with the car? The truck? The silver?
Yeah, just hold on.
I want to talk to her. Listen, what confidentiality?
That's what he said. I have no idea. He said, I said, she'll be on the air with you at the same time. He says, that's broadcasting and stuff, and you can't do that. I told him.
If she gives permission, he can. Did you say that?
I told her she'd be right there.
No, but if she gives permission.
He says we both signed a confidentiality agreement, and he says that's all. I can't talk to you anything. That's what he said. So he's just trying to get out of doing that.
No, this is bullshit. This is not going away. You have to contact the dealer licensing board for her.
Okay.
I mean, this is wrong. What's happening is wrong. And you have to call the tow company. Now, I'm pissed at this place. This is bull. Do you think they signed a confidentiality?
I have no idea. Probably not.
I think it is essential for your security and your family's security that we vet anybody.
But she needs to go and talk to them, and then, like I say, the towing company. That's where I kind of fell apart. So they just wanted to get it out of their yard.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome.
We talked about loans with Ideal Home Loans. I also want to tell you about approval reverse mortgage. If you need a mortgage, you're 62 or older, that you don't want to make payments on, either to pay off your house or to get a line of credit for future savings or events, vacations, whatever, or you want a lump sum or whatever, a reverse mortgage has its place in your life, but I only trust Approval Reverse to give you the truth about it. Seriously. In some cases, you'll love it. In other cases, it may not be appropriate for you. You have to have equity. You have to be 62 or older. And it could help you out of a rough spot. 303-771-3528. 303-771-3528. ApprovalReverse.com. Okay. I got to talk to Maria because I'm really pissed off. I am really, really pissed off. Okay? I haven't forgotten about any of you, and I will get back to you. But this is wrong. Maria, you bought a truck from Approval Auto. Is that the name, Dan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, this truck is not registered to you, which means they tried to skip title this and sell it to you. That's what it looks like, which is against all of the laws here in Colorado. Also, the truck was a piece of crap. That's on you. It was as is. But you paid 20 grand. This truck, they had towed to a place, and they were supposed to notify you. And if they did not notify you, they have all kinds of problems. And this dealership said they would not talk to us. And I think they're lying to me. That's what bothers me, because they said that the two of you, and you have to see if you did this, that you signed a confidentiality agreement. Do you remember anything like that?
No, but he just called me.
What did he say?
He told me to go in Thursday morning and that he would trade that vehicle for another one.
No, you're not going to do that. Because how are you going to know where you stand with that deal? Right. You're not going to know. First of all, you're going to call him and you're going to say this, okay? You're going to the dealer licensing board, and I'm going to help you with an attorney. Did you hear that?
Right.
You tell him that. You give him my name. And you say, I want you to write this down because I really want you to say this, that you're going to the dealer licensing board and Tom Martino is going to help me sue you, okay?
Okay, I'm going to the dealer
licensing board.
Licensing board.
Licensing board. And Tom Martino is going to help me sue you.
Okay.
And also, this is really important because it's true, and that is that he sold this car illegally because it's not registered to you.
Right.
Do you have any of the paperwork from when you bought it?
Yes, I have all that paperwork.
I need all of it. I need copies of all of it, okay?
I do have them.
And you can't trade anything you don't have yet, and I don't want you getting into a new deal with these people until I know what that deal is, because you could be in a worse off situation, okay? You paid 20 grand, and you need to get out of this car, and they need to undo this deal. There are all kinds of reasons I can give them. And now, you say this about confidentiality. If I signed a confidentiality agreement, then I will write you a letter. I will write a document giving you permission to speak to Tom Martino. Now, but if you signed it, you ask him to show it to you. I want to know if it's in any of your paperwork, because if he lied to us, that tells me that he is not only a liar, but he's hiding something, okay? If he lied to us. The guy that Mark said, and Mark's just walking in Greeley, Approval Auto, said that she signed, and they signed a confidentiality agreement. Now, how often do you do that when you buy a car?
You mean like it was built into the contract?
Yeah. Or what did he say?
Yeah, he said he signed it, and it's Approved Auto in Fort Lupton.
Oh, Fort Lupton. I'm sorry, not in Greeley. In Fort Lupton.
No, it's in Fort Lupton.
I want to ask Rowley and those guys if they know these people over there.
Could possibly it be after they fix some of that initial stuff they had, or fix it in exchange? Or was it during the contract period?
Do you recall, she's going to give us everything that she has for the deal, okay? Give us copies of everything. Suzanne's going to talk to you about getting us copies, okay?
Okay, sure.
I also want you, if you talk to him, that's fine. You say what I said. You're going to the dealer licensing board, and I'm going to help you sue them unless they get you that truck back. They don't have to fix it, because that's on you, Maria. I'm being fair with these idiots. Right. They get you that truck back in your driveway, and you're not paying for the tow or the storage. That's all you want. You paid 20 grand for that. And we're cutting them slack, because guess what? You don't even have title to that. So once you get it back in your driveway, then we start part 2 of the battle.
It's worse than that if you think about it. They told her it's registered to a different person. They either skip title, this is all my opinion, but they either skip title or they don't have a title.
Well, either way, you're right. It's wrong. So I got to tell you, Maria, you got us on your side, okay?
Okay, thank you.
But please, don't go signing new deals yet until we straighten this out, okay?
Oh, I sure will.
Do you have any help up there? Do you have a husband?
Yes, my husband.
Okay, and
we're both retired.
Do you have any kids?
I got a 4-year-old.
Oh, what? How old are you?
I'm 67.
What are you doing with a 4-year-old? Tell me it's your grandchild.
An adopted.
Your grandchild?
God bless her.
He's my grandchild, and he's an adopted child.
Well, from you. You're adopting him, right?
Yes, I already adopted him. I got papers and everything.
What a wonderful mom you are.
Thank you.
You know what? And you bailed out what? Your son or daughter?
I don't have no daughters, just sons.
So this was your son's kid?
Yes, sir.
What happened to the mom?
The mom was druggy.
What about your son? What's he doing? Is he helping?
My son is in jail for something they convicted him of, but he's fighting the case.
What was that?
That was about 2 years ago.
What crime was it?
It was like they got him for theft, I think. That's what they said.
Well, Maria, you gotta keep yourself. Listen, you're old for taking on a kid that age, you know.
Right.
So I want to help you, okay?
Thank you.
All right, hang on. Suzanne needs to talk to you about getting us the contracts and stuff. And then I want you to call that guy back. And he called her and wanted to get her into trade already. I'm going to have his dealer license if he doesn't work this out. You hear me? I hope you're listening. I hope he's listening. What's his phone number? What's his phone number, Dan? I want to make sure that I got it right here.
303-857-2260.
So this is a guy who sold something without a registration, without a title, and he had it towed away to a junkyard, and now she's being charged storage. She can't even pick it up because it's not the title and it's not the registration to her. I need to know what she signed. And then here's another thing, Dan. Today we need to call the tow truck operator, the tow truck.
Their hands are, I think, tied, though, because they're only supposed to release it to the registered user
I understand
or owner.
That. I'm not blaming them for anything. I just want to talk to them about what they need and what happens when somebody purchases a car. Isn't that temporary thing good enough? So Approval Auto in Fort Lupton is 303-857-2260. So that we got a lot going on here, folks, and here's what I depend on you for help, for pressure, for support. That's all we want, is to help people like Maria, good-hearted, hard-working people who are getting screwed left and right. That I'm a lone voice here. Don't let it be lone. Please join with us. That's all we ask. Clayton, what's going on? Oh, Clayton, I know what you're calling about that door. Hold on and we'll come back to you, okay?
Yep.
All right. We have a lot to talk about here on the Troubleshooter Show, 303-713-8255. And I want to tell you about two people I really love. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Frank Duran is the best when it comes to real estate. Whether you're buying or selling, you will never find anyone who will work harder for you. And I'm serious. You know, in a great market, you may think, homes fly off the market anyway. No, every month, houses go unsold. Frank will make sure that doesn't happen to you. He sells for more and he sells quicker, and he has stats to prove it. 303-920-1622, 920-1622, Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Another guy I really like, and I hope you don't need him, I really do, is Joseph Lazara. He does criminal defense, and you can have an emphasis there on traffic and DUIs especially. If you're dumb enough to get a DUI, and I say dumb enough because there's no reason to, not with Lyft and Uber and other drivers, friends, why would you ever risk it? Some people say, well, I didn't know. I didn't know I could get drunk or legally intoxicated or under the influence with just 2 drinks or 3. I don't know. Well, in that case, what you have to do is call Joe Lazara if you got in trouble. LazaraLegal.com, 303-429-6200, 303-429-6200.
This report is brought to you by
A few
TrueCar.
slow spots on the highway drive, but for the most part, things are looking good across the metro.
One guy's like, that's not true. You don't have to pay for that kind of coverage if you're a man. Well, the guy's so full of shit. He's absolutely
he's a liar.
Everything a woman has coverage for, I have to pay for as well.
This
That's
guy,
how they spread it
out. He's not a
out.
lefty, he's an idiot.
He's a lefty
He's
idiot.
An idiocy.
If I had more time, I'd come on and explain.
Oh, I would like to hear that. Now, if you go to another, like maybe those religious groups that kind of sell their coverage,
You gotta have what do you call it, too?
to be able to pray.
Not a voucher. You gotta have a legitimate reason in order to get it.
Paradigm Interiors. I want that to pop into your mind when you think floor coverings. Paradigm. Changing the paradigm. Do you know why? Because they have the big little approach. They have the big, beautiful values of a big warehouse, but they have the personalized attention of a small family-run business. With your own design consultant, you pay no more for that, and a supervisor for your job until it's done. When you go to Paradigm and drop in, they'll take it from there. They'll visit your home and get the final measurements and then give you a price within a day or two and then schedule the installation. They'll hold your hand through the whole process, including buying the right product, whether it be hardwoods, laminates, vinyl, or the new luxury vinyl tile, which is, in my opinion, the best value. You can even get it waterproof. They even have waterproof carpeting and other floor coverings as well as tile. Give them a call or drop by. They're on Evans, conveniently located right on the corner of Evans and Pecos. That's just west of Santa Fe, right on the corner with plenty of parking. They're 14 years in business. You'll love the way they do business. 303-630-9204. 630-9204. Flooring Denver since 2003.
Keep our schedule full? Seasonal incentives? Oh yeah. Hi, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Home Improvements. Now is the time to call and save a full 12% off all services for select install dates. 800-362-8370 or drhi.com.
An opt-out to
For
all those other policies that are screwed.
Yeah, for MedPay, you have to have an opt-out. Yeah, and for some of these Christian-based health insurance plans. Are they working? God, the one I hear advertised sounds like it works great. People love it. I'd be terrified long-term illness, so a bunch of people at once. Because it truly is cost-sharing. Your bill one month could be $100, and next month it could be $1,500.
Oh no! You are limited. You don't pay more than a certain amount for sure.
Really?
You send your check. Where you send your check is different. You send it to the person.
Oh really?
God, I didn't know that.
Wow.
So They tell you on some plans, I don't know about all of them, they tell you this month's premium is going here. And you write it out to that person. But it's always a set amount. That's a guarantee.
Brothers Plumbing, Heating and Electric.
BrothersPlumbing.com.
All right, I have a small monthly payment. I mean that. With 2 kids, I think it's under $500. And I get complete orthodontics for my children. New Early Orthodontics. N for new, E for early, O for orthodontics. Neo Dental. They're right down south of the Tech Center in Lone Tree, but they can service anyone. And here's what I love. If they get to your children early enough, they wear these mouthpieces at night that gradually straighten their teeth and widen their palate naturally without surgery and without extractions and without spacers. Then when they're time for braces, they only wear braces for a short time. In fact, my daughter may not need braces. So here's the deal. You get there early, the earlier the better. But no matter what age, it's better than normal orthodontics and a fraction of the cost, because you pay by the month for as long as you need the service. And you get these mouthpieces that they wear at night, and then you get the braces, and then you get a beautiful smile. It's beautiful. It's a natural way to do it. 303-690-0400. 303-690-0400. Neo-smiles.com.
Whether it's real news or fake news, talk about it on 630 KHAL, Denver's talk station.
I got 4. I just know it can't be right. I hope Al doesn't want to go live because we have 4 in that spot. Okay. 303-713-TALK,
713-8255. Okay, let's talk now, Clayton. So I want to bring us up to date. Clayton bought a door, and there was an imperfection in the door. Do you remember it, Mark?
If it's Colorado Window Source, right?
Yeah. Suzanne,
is it that one?
That's correct, guys.
Yes.
So there was an imperfection. Let's get right to the point. There was an imperfection.
They came out, they delivered the doors. I think he was out of town, if I recall. The wife, at the end of them installing them, I think, said, I don't want these doors because they're damaged, and took them back. And then they were sitting at the warehouse. I called over because he emailed us.
I think it doesn't matter. It all comes down to this, okay? Yeah. It all comes down to this. The replacement doors had a little ding in it or something. I never actually saw it.
I never had pictures, nothing.
No, but Clayton said, we will only accept a perfect door. And Colorado Window Source took the door out.
Yep.
They said they could have fixed it on site, but they insisted they didn't want it.
Yep, so they went back, they fixed it. When I talked to them, they said it's 100%.
So it's sitting right now at the warehouse. That's where it is.
For a long time now. The guy might have went down and looked at them by now, though.
Yeah, so let's see. So all we only ask one thing and one thing alone. I agree with Clayton that he should get, for a new door, it should be perfect. I mean, you know, when I say perfect, I mean relatively perfect.
Industry standard.
Industry standard, right? And he has a right to that. And I would want it too. So all I said was, Clayton, go look at it. We don't even know how it looks. Go look at it and see if it meets with your approval. And that's where we left it. Okay, so what's going on now, Clayton?
Well, that's not exactly where we left it, but that's very close.
We'll pull the tape.
Go look at it.
Oh, you did? You did go look at it.
They had repaired it. But what I was waiting on was, I said, here's the deal, when I talked with Mark. Here's the deal.
Wait a minute, I thought I took this call.
Well, you did, but off the air, I talked with Mark, and I said, we'll accept the doors, we'll have them reinstall them, everything will be good. If the door's fixed, if the warranty's in place,
right,
and if I have a representative of the manufacturer that verifies that that warranty will be in place.
Well, I don't blame you wanting the warranty at all, and I don't blame that at all. But I don't know about the as far as the representative from the factory. I mean. I mean, you know, if you have a warranty, you have a warranty.
They said they're under warranty, and the warranty's on your paperwork.
And, yeah, that's all well and good, but if certain things have been done to the doors, they won't be warranted. I've spoken with the manufacturer about this, and the last place we were was you were going to get it set up.
Who's us? Who?
That these people would be there.
Who?
At Mark.
I was going to what?
I got okey-doke.
No, wait. What
was I going to do? Explain.
Explain, because I
was going to contact a manufacturer and have him meet you at your house. That is BS, brother.
No, not at the warehouse.
We were going to meet at their warehouse.
When would when was I supposed to meet you at the warehouse? You went down and looked at the doors, you just said. When was I supposed to meet you?
You had said you had set it up, and you never did.
Set what up?
Mark, Clayton, hold on. Mark, just wait. He said that you were going to set up a representative from the factory to meet you and him.
I don't even know who the factory is.
No, I don't.
The only people I have dealt with is Window Source.
Mark,
they told me it's under warranty.
As ours. I can't remember the name of it. Our big front door. What's it called?
True.
I have no idea.
Well, do they have, I want to know this, Clayton, do they have factory reps in town?
They do not have a factory rep, but they have their distributor here, which is their authorized agent.
So that's good enough for you?
And all you have to do is talk to Window Source. They're on the list. You guys know who they are.
Of course we do.
They should be able to get that set up.
But Clayton, I had no idea that this is what you were waiting for. So hold on a sec. I just want to make a few things clear. You did look at the door. Now the only issue is the warranty, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. Fine. That's good. So
let's get Window Source.
No, I'm not.
We got to put this to bed.
I'm not wasting time with it. He only has one issue. Why do we have
the one issue to what? Drag someone who works for the company that's not in this state to show up at his house.
Mark,
great issue.
Mark, he just said
not at my house. At their showroom.
Right, and he just said. He just said.
How about if they just tell you over the phone it's fine? Is that good enough?
Hold on.
No,
Clayton,
is that good enough?
Just wait.
Clayton.
Mark, wait, please.
If it's in writing,
Clayton.
and they see what it's.
Okay, now we're adding on. Keep going.
Clayton.
What else do you want, Clayton?
Hold on a second, all right?
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Tom, say I go into a car dealer and they say, "I'll do this. I'll replace this engine for
Clayton.
you." And they don't put it in writing?
Clayton.
What would you say?
It's in writing on your invoice, Clayton. There's the difference.
That's the point, Clayton. This is a new door. The ding was a tiny, tiny little ding. It's on your paperwork already. But listen, this is what I've been trying to say, and I've been interrupted by both of you. You say there is a factory rep in town. If that's the case... If that's the case, I doubt there will be a big problem having that factory rep look at the door to assure you that it is under warranty.
Who is the factory rep, Clayton? What company is it?
I can't remember the name of it, but the guy's first name is Dave, and
if there's a Dave out there listening, please call in so I can get your opinion.
Do you, Clayton, have you ever talked to the factory rep? I'm trying to keep this conversation on track.
I've talked to the factory. I've called Thermatrue on whatever their agent.
Remember, I was supposed to meet him at a place that he doesn't know who it is, and a factory and a rep that's named Dave.
Mark,
I wasn't there. That's the only reason he's got me off, is he's telling me I was supposed to be somewhere that he doesn't even know where it's at.
I heard him.
3 weeks for a phone call. You said you would call me back. 3 weeks.
We talked on air with Tom like 2 weeks ago.
No, it was 3 weeks ago today.
Okay.
I waited 3 weeks
Clayton,
to the day to
Clayton,
call back.
I wish you would have called me and said, "Hey, Tom, when are we going to?"
Last week, but I was busy. I was out of town last week.
All right. So now you're calling, right?
Right.
And all I'm saying is, let's get a hold of the factory rep. I don't know what the big deal is.
Well, as of right now, he doesn't know who it is.
Mark.
So 3 weeks from now, when I still don't know who it is,
I'm sure we can find out.
The $2,500 to should know who it is.
I'm sure we
be able to set that up.
I'm sure we can find out. I'm sure we can find out. Clayton doesn't have to know who the factory rep is.
Do this legwork.
That's right.
I spent the dang money on the door.
You're right, Clayton. You shouldn't have to know who the factory rep is. So why are we arguing? I mean, do you want to keep going? Because
I didn't get a call back.
Okay, I wasn't privy.
And now he wants help. I'll tell you what.
I wasn't privy.
I'm done with him.
I wasn't privy to that conversation, okay? Right? So now, if you want a factory rep, I'm sure it's not going to be difficult for them to do that, to verify it's under warranty. You know, but here's what I wanted to say. I don't know why it would not have been under warranty to begin with, okay? Because that ding, I don't think would have, done anything. But we'll find out. So we're going to have, not Mark, because you don't want Mark to deal with it. I'll have either Suzanne or Daphne call Colorado Window Source and get the name of the factory rep.
Tom.
Let's just get the name of the factory rep. This doesn't have to be an issue between Clayton and Mark. And Clayton, you could have very well just called us back and said, by the way, I'm still waiting, and we would have cleared the whole thing up. But that's okay. You just keep complaining.
So
and
last week, I want to give you two guys time to get it done.
Clayton.
And
Clayton,
it didn't work.
just be happy it wasn't Angie's list, because Angie wouldn't be on the phone with you, or be happy it wasn't Home Advisor, because no one would give a crap to help you out, okay? I hope you just give me the courtesy to hang out and let me get the factory rep, all right? You know, you have someone to talk to, someone who really cares, okay? That's what counts. Now, Travis with this gun safe is another issue that is so controversial. I really, really looked into this further, okay? Because I keep going back and forth. I really do. And I want opinions from other people on this, because it is so crazy. Right now, though, it's time to tell you about my car, because I need an oil change. I just got a reminder. I don't know how they know, but they approximate your mileage. And I got notice from Pro Auto Care that I need to get some kind of an oil change and service. And they keep track of all of it for me. You know, they do maintenance and repair for everyone, even people with newer cars. It doesn't void your warranty. And I love their specials they have. You can always find them by going to 303proauto.com and then look at my page, my name, my picture, and just click on it, okay? And you'll find Martino Listener Specials. They have them on tires. They have them on oil changes, alignments, whatever you need. Ask for the Martino Special of the day. 303 Pro Auto is the phone number. 2 locations near Evans and I-25, near Bowles and Santa Fe. And they're just good people. The website again, 303proauto.com.
This report is brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
There's problems both on and off the freeway system in the metro area. Crash being...
No, I tell you exactly what he is. I went back and I said, you have a warranty from them and you need to go down and look at the door. He emails back, and I probably have it. Well, here's what I demand. I demand this from this and this from that. At that point, fuck it. I'm not going to go out and do that.
But should it be that difficult to figure out if he has a damn warranty? I mean, he's not.
He does have he has a warranty in writing. What else can I possibly give him? He wants to meet with the rep. Well, go find a rep, fly him in, meet with them.
They're here.
Well, that's not what he said before. He wanted a rep, and there's not a rep in the fucking state.
But what I don't understand is, this is truly what I don't understand. Why would he not have one?
What I don't understand is, why were the doors installed? There's a little fucking gash in it, and
Plumline Services for all of your plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. You know,
in this time of the year, people are going crazy with the heat and with plumbing and with all the issues that come up with hot weather, and you can get Plumline to your home for anything you need. They will, of course, tell you exactly the window when they will show up. They will call when they're on their way. They will give you a price before any work begins, and then they will guarantee 100% satisfaction. That's Plumline Services, especially if you have a quote on a big job like a furnace, a service change with your electrical box, a water heater, or a drain. They will give you a free second opinion, no service fee whatsoever, no call charge. Just say, listen, I just got this quote. I want to know where I stand. They will tell you the truth. First, if you need the item, can it be done cheaper? Can it be done better? They want a shot at your business, yes. But there is never, ever a problem shopping around. Free second opinions, and of course, all of your regular service for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. Remember, they have their own drain division. They own all of the equipment. They don't sub it out. 303-586-1086. 303-586-1086. PlumlineServices.com.
Why are you against people that talk about climate change?
Ross Kaminsky.
Oh my gosh.
One, because almost none of you knows what you're talking about. Two, because none of you talk about unintended effects of what you propose, which is Fuller Law 15. That's horrible for most people. Climate change is a ruse, it is a cult, and it is basically hoax. Is that enough? They did a pretty good job for 5 seconds. Fuller Law.
Was that the...
It's another bid. The pricing is just off.
John Fuller is a name I want you to remember if ever you're involved in an injury case where you're injured
and you think it's someone else's fault, or someone you know, someone that you talk to and say, look, I was in an accident. Don't let them go just simply on the fancy nicknames they have, like, you know, the Bulldogs and the Bears and all of that. What you need to do is go based on track record. And John Fuller has a track record. What you want is someone who will communicate with you. That's the #1 complaint I get about attorneys. And John Fuller communicates. He also takes a look at the case, and he won't lie to you. He'll tell you what it's worth. And then he'll fight tenaciously to get you the damages that you deserve, the reimbursement that you deserve for what you've suffered. John Fuller, Fuller Law. You know, personal injury cases have a wide variety of law involved, and he's knowledgeable to get the case settled. He knows how to go after insurance companies. Mark and Suzanne personally used him in a case. In fact, it's still going on. And Mark said he never believed it could be that pleasant when it comes to communicating and finding out information. 303-597-4500. 597-4500. The website, personalinjuryco.com. Personalinjuryco.com.
Hi, I'm Sydney Chafee, a 9th grade humanities teacher. I help teach my students skills they need to succeed. Every summer, though, students lose progress if they don't have access to enrichment opportunities and programs where they can read, write, collaborate, and keep their...
Hope there.
If you're looking for a used car, truck, or SUV or van, you're going to want a big selection, right? So shop around and then stop at Rocky's. That's all we ask. I like you to shop. I really do. But I want you to shop accurately and take notes, please, so you can compare apples with apples or Fords with Fords and Chevys with Chevys. In other words, if you want a used vehicle and you really want to know if you're getting a great deal, then find out what others are asking for that same vehicle or similar, and then check out Rocky's. What you will love is not only the selection they have, the variety they have, especially when it comes to makes, models, colors, and prices. And then, of course, they have variety when it comes to lending. Literally 40 lenders to choose from, and they will write up that loan and originate right there and get you 100% approval before you drive away with approved credit. Now, there's no pressure. They give better trade-in values because they need those trades to sell right there. All the prices are clearly marked so you can see them. They're not trying to rush you. They're just trying to help you. You'll get that feeling when you go to visit them. Rocky's, 63rd and Federal, open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 8. 303-426-4646.
A worldwide phenomena is back. Our 2017 iHeartRadio Music Festival. September 22nd and 23rd at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Over 20 of the greatest performers on the planet converge in Las Vegas for 2 nights. Keep listening all this weekend for your chance to win tickets before you can even buy them. Set a reminder for our exclusive Capital One cardholder presale that starts next Tuesday at 11 a.m.
Trump lookalike being killed every night. Kathy Griffin, Madonna.
Blowing up the White House.
Imagine if a conservative did that to Obama.
Exposing the double standard.
Double standard.
Sean Hannity, today at 1 on 630 KHO.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Let's go right to Travis, who's been waiting. Travis, let me just sum this up. He had a gun safe, and there was a break-in at his home. They took this, or his father's house. I come to find out it wasn't his house. That shouldn't matter when it comes to the warranty. Anyway, the safe was taken, and that was 5 years ago. He gave a list to the police of stuff that was in the safe 5 years ago, and then recently one of those guns that was in the safe showed up. So he said, logically, that safe was opened. We all know it was stolen, but now we know for sure it was open. And I can agree with that. If those guns truly were in there. You could make up stories that he made up a list of guns, but I doubt it. The point is this. He had a warranty on that safe that said if it was basically it says if it was broken into, opened, then he would get a replacement safe and they would actually take away the old safe. And there were two warranties, one that recently came out, but back when he bought it, we had the warranty that was in place. And I don't know which one you read to me the other day, but I read this over and over. And Travis, I argued with you that the safe was stolen, and you said that shouldn't matter. And I kind of agree with you. I do. I do agree with you.
Okay.
Okay? But here's the problem. Under no circumstances do I agree with you on this one. This is the part. So let's just read this warranty. Champion Safe Company warrants the original purchaser only that each new safe will be free from defects in materials and workmanship in the lifetime of the original purchaser from the date of delivery. Okay? And it says integral units such as locks limited warranty of 5 years, and the mechanical system to 2 years. The warranty on the surface of the safe is 5 years. Champion Safe will repair or replace at our option, free of charge, any safe broken into by forced entry or damage due to an unlawful break-in attempt during the lifetime of the original purchaser. So far you're good. But then it says damaged safe must be returned for evaluation to Champion Safe Company by prepaid freight along with the report made by the investigating agency. The replacement safe will be returned freight collect. So that is a paragraph that is I don't know how
they're out.
I don't know how you get around it. Again, Travis, I don't disagree with your reasoning after looking at this, but that's simply what the warranty says. So how do you get around that?
Well, I don't really know that there's a way other than they have updated their warranty.
They did. They did update it. I have the one that actually went with your sale. They actually found it. They have records of it. And if you don't have it, I can send it to you.
Hold on.
Yeah.
They actually found...
No, Tom, no.
This is
not
not
an example.
Oh, this is not his.
It's an example of what his warranty would have said.
It had an actual invoice number and serial number. That's why I thought it was his.
I'm sorry to mislead you like that.
No. I misunderstood it. But it was from the same year he bought it. That's what it was, right? Okay. What month did you buy it?
It would have been sometime, I would say October.
Yeah, they even sent me the same time frame. Yep.
To December-ish.
So
like that,
I don't listen, man. Travis, I understand what you're saying, and I would agree with you. But they do have that warranty. I don't think you'll be successful. What did you pay for the safe, by the way?
At the time, it was $1,200. I do want to give you guys a little update, though.
Okay, hold on, because we're out of time for the update. But I'll take it off the air and report back if it's anything of significance. We're just out of time.
Are you taking Viagra for ED? Well, now you can get sildenafil, the active...
Travis? I just said I'd talk to him. Hello? Travis? Okay. He's not there. I told him I'd talk to him. Can you call him back? Oh, man, I hit reset. Gosh. You know what? He printed out a warranty that was on the website, and the new warranty... Why would they drop that from the new warranty, though?
Drop what?
That we have to have the safe.
I don't know. I'd have to read it. Does it say you have to send it back? I mean, if it clarifies you have to send it back, the rest of it's all bullshit.
The freight's more than the weight. That's what you're saying. The freight costs would just be, and it's claimed.
Wait,
freight.
No, it says it will open the safe.
It says what?
It says it will open and repair the safe.
Well, the first one you read